Irene from This Mindful Muse here, and I am so excited for this video today. I would like to make some announcements, do a little reflecting, looking back and looking forward, and then I would like to thank you. Let's start with the thank you. Thank you so much for being here right now, for listening, for caring, for sharing your energy and your time with me. I deeply appreciate it and value it. If you have been keeping eyes on this from afar and simply wondering, what the heck is that thing and how the heck is it going? Thank you. If you have stopped me while out and about in the community or sent me a message and said, how the heck is that thing going? Thank you. It means a lot to me. I am pouring my heart and my soul and my experience and my education and my expertise and my funding into the creation of something that I really believe in. And when people that I know or people that I don't know are interested and invested in learning more about it, it really means a lot. So thank you. Okay, let's get to announcements. I'm so excited. We are officially in phase 1 of the launch of This Mindful Muse. What the heck? I'm so excited. Now, because you may not know, let's get into a breakdown. What the heck is phase 1 of the launch of This Mindful Muse? Well, I made an announcement in November that I had this idea for a podcast and that I was really excited to develop this thing. And the planning for that goes back to April and May of 2024. I knew that I needed something different. I knew that I had to create it for myself and for other people like me. For folks who struggle with anxiety, for spiritual seekers, for folks who want to normalize conversations surrounding mental wellness. And so I began crafting what is now known as This Mindful Muse. Now, I must have had an idea of the name of the thing and what the heck I wanted it to be by June 30th, 2024, because that is when I applied for my LLC. So that is when I began to really start moving into more official forward movement of what I wanted this to be and what I wanted this to become. So we're continuing on that journey, right? November, I make a public announcement. I was in a university of my own making. I was learning the tech side of things that are not pulling on my pre-existing skill sets. Performing and speaking draws on my performance skill sets, right? So having a conversation and being in front of a camera, that draws on my experience. And selecting a topic and teasing out information and details and thinking about how to make that digestible for an audience leans into my experience as an educator. And so that also draws on a pre-existing skill set. Outside of editing, however, which is still very fresh, I had to learn so many new things like website building and RSS feeds and, oh my gosh, newsletters and funnels and freebies and it goes on and on. The list goes on and on. So because I am a company of one, at this point in time, the goal is for this to become stable enough for me to outsource and to hire additional folks to help build this. But at this moment in time, I'm a company of one. And so I decided to make it bite-sized for myself. I decided to break up the launch into 3 phases, and we are now officially in phase 1. What the heck does that mean? Phase 1 includes the following. This Mindful Muse is now officially available on all of your major podcast distributors. This means that if you were to search for This Mindful Muse, you would find it on Spotify. You would find it on iHeartRadio. You would find it on Amazon Music. You would find it on Apple Podcasts. The list goes on and on. This is really exciting. And so this means that a lot of podcast episodes are in the making and those will be forthcoming. So keep an eye and an ear peeled for those podcast episodes. This also means that my website is up and running and it is functional. Okay, so if you are interested in learning more about This Mindful Muse, simply visit thismindfulmuse.com. There are various pages there where you can learn more about the podcast, more about upcoming offerings like Akashic Records reading, quantum healing hypnosis technique, somatic healing practices like emotional freedom tapping, and so much more. You can also sign up for the This Mindful Museletter, get it, on the website. So if you're interested in that, you can click the Mindful Museletter button and sign up there, and that will keep you updated on everything else that is coming. Now let me give you a little teaser of what's coming in additional phases. The last part of phase 1, before we move into phase 2, is that I am officially launching Akashic Records reading. If you don't know what the Akashic Records are, let me put you onto it, because this changed my life. I knew that I was interested in it, and I was reading books about it and doing meditations on it and attempting to connect, and then I had a reading done for myself. It changed my life. Getting this reading done changed my life in such a beautiful, supportive, positive way. And I thought, wow, I really want to offer this for folks. I wish more people knew about this. This is so healing and uplifting. So the idea behind the Akashic Records is that they are the energetic imprint or recording of everything that has ever been and the possibility of everything that could ever be. What? Wow. The idea is that a reader energetically gets to that vibrational imprint and then is able to engage with that information on behalf of someone who is seeking a reading. So this is higher dimensional, high frequency, loving, light, positive energy. And if you are curious about knowing yourself better from a soul perspective, outside of simply this human embodiment, right? It includes this human embodiment, but it's beyond that. From a higher self, unconditionally loving, supportive, and non-judgmental mindset, then I highly suggest you at least look into what the heck the Akashic Records even are. If you're curious, you can visit thismindfulmuse.com. You can click on the Akashic Records reading page, and there you will find a detailed write-up of what the heck they are and how I approach engaging with the records and what a reading with me would look and feel like. Additionally, there is a video on YouTube. It's also posted on the website on that page, a Q&A with me, where I again answer these questions in a little further detail and then share what it might look or feel like to get a reading with me. And so if that is something that is of interest to you, I highly suggest you at least look into it. Even if you don't watch this video or go to my website, just start asking questions about what the heck it is, if it resonates with you, if it feels like it's in alignment with you at this point in time. And if it isn't, that's okay. So that is phase 1. Phase 1 is the website, and included in that is the newsletter. It means that freebies will be coming, which is so exciting. It means that podcast episodes are forthcoming, and it means that Akashic Records readings are finally available. So that's phase 1. If you're staying tuned already, thank you so much. Let's get to phase 2 and phase 3, and I will move through them very quickly. Phase 2 includes the following. I am currently crafting a signature program, and I'm calling it Freedom from Fear, Anti-Anxiety Training for Personal Wellness. Look, I don't know if you have struggled with anxiety, but I have found it debilitating at times. I have found it limiting, and I have found it so heavy. And learning how to move through it, empowering myself to learn about the nervous system and how to regulate it, and trauma and how to free it, and rewiring your brain and how to do it was so freeing and empowering and uplifting for my personal development and journey. And so I'm looking to draw on all of these healing modalities that I'm trained in and all of my experience teaching anti-anxiety training to performance students and folks in public speaking classes and college students and beyond, and for myself, everything that has worked for myself, to offer it like a charcuterie board of options, where you can take a little bit of this, you can try a little bit of that. If that's not for you, okay. It's just there on a platter for you to choose to engage with. And so phase 2 is so exciting because I will be launching the beta version of Freedom from Fear, Anti-Anxiety Training for Personal Wellness. On top of that are going to be workshops. So workshops are kind of in between phase 1 and phase 2. There are so many really powerful portal days. There are exciting astrological moments. And then there's just offerings that I want to make available for folks who just want to learn more about it. They want to learn more about Akashic Records, or want to learn more about EFT, emotional freedom tapping, or want to learn more about anxiety and how do they approach it, or want to learn more about nervous system regulation, somatic healing practices, or want to learn more about quantum healing or hypnosis or quantum healing hypnosis technique, want to learn more about meditation and mindfulness, etc. The list goes on and on. And so stay tuned for updates and postings and invitations to attend workshops, that will be virtual, and I hope to have some in-person events as well. So stay tuned for that. Okay, let's get to phase 3. If you're still here, thank you so much for being here. Let's get on and through phase 3. What the heck is going to be available in phase 3? Phase 3 is going to be moving into launching the EFT and QHHT portions of this Mindful Muse. Let me break that down. EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Tapping. I am currently certified in EFT, but I'm working on getting levels 2 and 3 certified before I start doing one-on-one trainings of EFT. Now, I've been using EFT for years with my students and for myself, and it will be included in Freedom from Fear, anti-anxiety training for personal wellness. But in terms of working with one-on-one clients simply with EFT, I'm giving myself time to move through that training for levels 2 and 3. So you're already going to be getting a lot of that baked in workshops and in other somatic healing practices and opportunities. But know that one-on-one coaching for EFT is going to be coming eventually, and group coaching as well. The last little chunk that I'm considering phase 3 includes the launch of my one-on-one quantum healing hypnosis technique sessions. Let me tell you, what the heck is quantum healing hypnosis technique? Okay, if you are curious about learning more about quantum healing hypnosis technique, quite a mouthful, QHHT, please visit thismindfulmuse.com and click on the quantum healing hypnosis page. And there, like the Akashic Records breakdown, there's a very detailed breakdown. There's a write-up of what the heck it is, what you can expect during a session, during a hypnosis session. And there's also a video, a Q&A video with all the information about what the heck it is, where the heck does it come from, why does it work, and what you can expect in a session. I am currently moving through my clinicals, so I am getting lots and lots of practice, and I am already at that intern/level 1 qualified, trained level of QHHT, but moving through my clinicals before I officially open shop is really important to me. And so that is kind of going on in the background while I'm launching these other things that are a little more public facing at this moment, because they're already ready, right? So there's layers and levels of launching. There's some things that are more public facing, and then there's some things that are still occurring in the background while I get everything in its place and I dot my I's and I cross my T's and I get ready to launch this. So in a nutshell, quantum healing hypnosis technique, it's so beautiful. So if Akashic Records is me going in and connecting and communicating on your behalf what information I'm getting from your higher self, guides, etc., quantum healing hypnosis technique it's almost like the other side of the same coin. So with QHHT, I'm simply guiding you to get into a relaxed meditative state so that your subconscious mind or your higher self, however you want to categorize it, can come forward. And then I have a conversation with them. They will take you or show you something that is for your highest good and your highest healing and is most appropriate. And that could be a memory from childhood. That could be something from your in-between lives. That could be something from a past life, depending on what your beliefs include. And it is for your highest healing. And I'm not inputting anything as a hypnotherapist. I'm not suggesting you do or don't like something or will or won't want to do something moving forward. Rather, I am asking your higher self questions and they are answering the questions for you. They are guiding you to the most useful information, the most appropriate, the most helpful, the most healing, the most uplifting, because they know you best. They are you. You know you best. Right? And your higher self knows you from that bird's eye view perspective, that overarching viewpoint that is, again, above and outside of just simply this human embodied experience. So if you are interested in learning more about quantum healing hypnosis technique, I do think that those sessions are going to fill up rather quickly. It's an investment in time. These sessions are long, but they are so healing. When I had my quantum healing hypnosis technique session for myself, wow, the revelations, the levels of understanding that I suddenly had, being able to accept parts of myself that I've always struggled with because I suddenly could understand them. So healing, so life-changing. And so that is included in phase 3. And I cannot wait to get to phase 3. But here we are in phase 1, and that is worth pausing and that is worth celebrating. If you are still here, thank you for being here. It's June. It is my birth month. As a Gemini with 2 sisters who are also Geminis, 3 Geminis. Gosh, that's 3 sets of twins, really, when you think about it. June was always a very exciting time of the year for my family. I also have a cousin who's also born in June, so I'm like, June was just this big month. Also, as a very proudly open, happy, queer person, I love Pride Month. I love that Pride is a time where we pause and we mindfully connect with one another and we create allyship and we create community. And I really believe in Pride all day, every day. But I do love that we get to kind of commit to building safety and togetherness in this time period. And so happy Pride Month, happy birthday month for me. And on June 30th, it will have been that 1 year mark from when This Mindful Muse became official in terms of the state, right? Went from being an idea to something that was on an official piece of paper. And so I am celebrating so much this month, and I'm so excited to bring that excitement to you and to share that excitement with you and to build that community with you. And so thank you for being here. And gosh, if you could offer me a birthday gift, it would be you watching this is a gift to me. Anything related to looking into something that resonates with you. Follow us on all the socials. We will be there. I deeply appreciate you. I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day. I hope that you are finding moments more and more to trust in the unfolding of your life. I hope to engage with you in one capacity or another very soon. Thanks. Stay tuned. Bye.